am actually going to, well, I decided at the last minute to go to the library to pick up some books that I have on hold. But first I actually have like a physical therapy appointment for my knee. This is the first time I'm going to this place, so I'm not sure of how it is, but I shall see, right? I'll touch base back again, and you know, hopefully I feel okay still to go to the library. But yeah, I'll check back in and let you guys know if I decided to go, or if I was able to go for that matter. On my way to Parkchester Library. This is actually the first time that I'm going to this library. I figured since today is a beautiful day, it's not so cold, so let me take advantage and pick up my books that I requested to hold. Plus, besides that, today is a pretty good epilepsy day. I'm not feeling so weak, you know. I woke up feeling okay, so I am looking to take advantage of that, and I'll take you to Parkchester Library with me. I'll touch in when I get there. The trains get high up. It's a New York life. So right now I got off the train and I am almost at the library, and I'm super excited because I have not been to the library in a while. Like, this was like even pre-quarantine, like 2020, not even. I think it was like the last time I went to a library was when I was working, and that was in December 2019, because I used to work as a pre-K teacher, so the library was like my best friend. And I mean, I was always going, you know, to pick up books for the kids and stuff, but I would also go for books for myself, but that also was rare, because at the time I wasn't really reading as much due to going to grad school and working as a pre-K teacher, both full-time things. And yeah, I'm trying not to bust my ass here on the ice. But yeah, I actually made it to the library. The lion. Sometimes I wonder if the library is the same for everybody. I know here in New York City, the library like mascot is the lion, and look, it's right back there. But let me show you around the library when I go in. Cute little display. And they got teen fiction, which of course I'm going to, even though I should be going to the adult fiction. And if you hear me talking low, I mean, you already know I'm in the library.
I'm your worst nightmare. I'm the librarian.
They have a pretty good selection. So they have this little selection, and I see some books that I would definitely want to check out. But I also see that it starts from here, and I see this book, which I've been wanting to read. Let me know in the comments below if you read this one, but I know I want to give it a shot. Oh, they also have these, but I haven't read the first one, but I'm planning to read it this year, so I might have to request it on hold. Another one that I want to read. Ooh, they have this one. I so want to read that one. I think I'm very excited about being in the library after so long, so I'm sure I'm going to come out with a lot of books. manga section, which is perfect. I'll probably start out something. Adult section, and there's the romance section. So I'm going to go exploring because I see some, where is it? Classic bookish goals video. You would know that I want to try a classic out this year, so let's see what they got. Someone in my Discord group, my Discord server, was reading Les Miserables. Listen, I don't know if I pronounced it right, but I didn't realize what a chunker this was. Like, look at this. It's huge. It's so heavy too. Maybe one day, I don't know. I came across the urban fiction section, and guys, this brings me back because I used to read this like crazy. I actually read this one. I actually miss reading these. I need to pick one up. Oh my god, I read Jerome Dickey. I remember I had this book and I read it. It was so good. There are a lot of them that I don't recognize. What else did I read from this? Oh, Sister Soldier. I used to love those books. Oh, Kiki Swenson. I used to read her too. Mind you, that was so long ago. I think it was like during, not my teenage years. I want to say like, well, I was 19. Technically, that's teenage. In my early 20s, I used to love reading urban fiction. I definitely have to pick one up. I don't know if I will pick one up today because I have so many books so far that I'm checking out. But I definitely will see. Knowing myself, I probably won't even be able to not take one home. Listen, I think I'm super excited being in the library. I also came across this sci-fi section, so I'm gonna check this out, see what they have. And here's the mystery section, but I'm not looking for a mystery. I'm not in the mood for that. I will be checking out their sci-fi section. I just stumbled across an author that my neighbor suggested I read, and I have not read the book that he lent me because it was a mass paperback, and I don't do well with mass paperbacks, but I found some of the books in hardcover. It's actually this author, R.A. Salvatore. Look at these covers. I'm actually excited to possibly finally read these now that I see they have them in hardback. So let's see. Okay guys, so I finished my time in the library. This is what I came out with. I'll share it when I get home. But I could not wait to talk about this because I decided to, you know, stay in the library for like an hour and just read. Because, you know, lately I haven't been reading Kingdom of Ash much. And guys, I am up to a part, okay, chapter 77, the end, right? It had me in my feels for a bit because I was like, please don't let this happen to this character, because quite honestly, he grew on me and I was like, that can't happen. It just can't happen, not again. Like, come on, he's endured so much and I'm just like, no. But guys, that feeling quickly shifted because he did the thing, all right? He did the thing. He made me proud of him. I was like, I tell you, I kid you not, I was having a moment. I went into my Discord server and I was like, no. But he made me so proud. But the end of chapter 78, he says something about like his last moments, and I'm just like, is he gonna die? Is this book gonna make me cry? Because I really hope he ain't dying. But yo, that has me all I know is when I get home, I gotta work on some Patreon stuff, but I'm gonna read today. That's it. I need to know, like, oh my god, look, my eyes is a little watery and it's not from the cold, so I hope it's not what I think it is. But let me hop on this train. Another thing I wanted to note is that I was not able to update you while I was in the library because I think I would have been too loud. I probably wouldn't be able to contain myself. So yeah. And also the librarian, one of the librarians saw how I was reacting and she was like, oh, it must be getting to the good part. And I'm like, yeah, good part, emotional part. Like, and she was just like, oh, and I love the fact that, yeah, I'm in the train. Well, I'm on the train. She was even saying like she loves the fact that I'm annotating, and I was like, yes. I was just living for that moment. She asked me a little bit about like my system, and I was just like, yeah, it's a color code, because she saw, like, she was like, oh, it looks so pretty, like all those colors. And listen guys, I was living for that moment. I was like, yes. She was just like, I was living for your reactions. Because I kid you not, like, mind you, you have to wear a mask while you're in the library, so she was like that she could just see it. And then the way I like put myself back on the chair, shaking my head, she just knew. She knew that there could be a chance that she may have to call 911. Or maybe even a therapist for my ass, because your girl had that moment, okay? And I am just like, I hope it's not what I think it is. And listen, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, all right? So just a little update. I got off the train and I'm on my way home, but I'm like so hungry right now, and I'm debating if I want to stop at the store and pick up a sandwich. Oh, but let me actually show you the fire station.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
But yeah, I am like, listen guys, I am still shook, okay? I am back at it again, here to tell you that I am still shook and hoping that it's not what I think it is. But I think I'm gonna get a sandwich at the store, you know, something comforting, and a coffee, and I'll update you guys when I'm back home and let you know what books I got. It's a pretty full bag, as you can see. You can see the book right on top. I couldn't contain myself, okay? I just couldn't. Update on that sandwich. It didn't happen because the store was packed. I was like, no thank you. I'm not waiting in there for like 30 minutes. I'll just have something at home. But now that I'm home, I figured, you know what, the lighting is okay at the moment, so let me show the books that I got from the library, my big old red bag. So the first book is called Rumi by Farooq Dandi, and it's poems. There's a reason I'm reading this, actually. It's like a vlog that I'm planning to do in February. So I'm not gonna let you know what it is, but just know that it's in the beginning of February and there's a reason for that, and it's a particular person. So yeah. Since I'm not sure of the synopsises for these books, I'll just like read it real quickly. In this fresh translation from the Persian, Farooq Dandi seeks to recover both the lyrical beauty and the spiritual essence of the original verse in poems of love and devotion, rapture and suffering, loss and yearning for oneness. Here is at once a great poet of love, both human and divine, and the authentic voice of a moderate Islam, a voice that can resonate in today's turbulent, fundamentalist times. So that's this one. And just take the the paper out, but I also borrowed The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. My friend Samantha suggested that maybe I should start off slow and, you know, maybe like a more modernish type approach to classics. So she suggested like maybe starting with something more modern and then like tapering my way into like the more older classics because of the language that's used and things like that. So one of the books she suggested was The Great Gatsby, and I'm actually happy about that because I totally forgot that this is one book that I wanted to read. So when she mentioned this as one of them, I was like, oh, perfect, because I actually wanted to read that. And it just so happens that the library had it. And it's crazy because I didn't expect it to be this short. Like, for some reason, I thought it was going to be longer or, you know, like more thicker. And it's actually like 180 pages. The ones that I mentioned in my video is Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because, you know, I love that gothic, you know, type stories and like horror-ish and mystery and, you know, like vampires, of course. So that was like one of the reasons I brought up Dracula, and I liked the movie, so I figured I probably would like the book. So let me tell you about The Great Gatsby, you know, just in case you don't know about it. The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald's third book, stands as the supreme achievement of his career. First published in 1925, this quintessential novel of the jazz age has been proclaimed by generations of readers. The story of the mysteriously wealthy J. Gatsby and his love for the beautiful Daisy Botchnan, of lavish parties on Long Island at a time when the New York Times noted gin was the national drink and sex the national obsession. It is an exquisitely crafted tale of America in the 1920s. You know what's funny, guys? Like, it's like I came into the new year like, okay, I'm planning my books and I have so many books I want to read, right? But then January came and I was hyped, all right? I was like, okay, I didn't get to finish Kingdom of Ash, you know, in December because of my epilepsy, having a seizure, getting sick. You know, I didn't get COVID, but, you know, still, it felt like horrible the way I felt. Like, so I didn't get to finish that book, and I was like, okay, first week of January, I'm finishing Kingdom of Ash. I have to, so I can get reading on my 2022 books, right? And then that didn't happen. I kind of just like didn't want to pick it up. Like, I picked it up a few times, read a few pages, but yeah. I don't know what it is, but I was like struggling with, you know, motivation to read. It's like a weird feeling because it's like I was so motivated to read and then it was just like, And And maybe it could be too because I'm like dying to finish Kingdom of Ash. But then there's like that part of me that's just like, oh God, I gotta read this. And it's not because I'm not enjoying it, because I am. It's just a weird feeling. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a book that I rolled over from 2021. So it has like the 2021 feelings. I don't know. But I am hoping to start this month. And if I don't start it this month, then I definitely will be starting it next month. And yeah, I'm super excited to get to this. Finally. Another book that this one was actually one that I requested to be put on hold. And it's a middle grade book. And it was like one of the books that was suggested as a winter read. And I felt that it's just perfect. And let's see what it's about. Macy Cannon is having a hard time. It's been months since her knee injury and her recovery process has been painfully slow. As a serious ballet student, Macy is eager to rebuild her strength and get back to the dance studio. But the injury isn't her only problem. Macy has been irritable towards her loved ones lately and can't always explain why. So this is a tender story about a girl struggling to find her joy again and the family who will protect her no matter what happens. So it sounds so cute and I'm excited to hopefully start this one soon. Next book I picked up is a manga. And look guys, it's like manga classics. I like didn't even know that they had this, but yeah, I'm like, this is so cool. And they had other ones too, so you best to believe I will be checking those out as well. In case you don't know what it's about, as an orphan child, Jane Eyre, I hope I'm saying that right, is expected to be humble and grateful, but her wild spirit will not be tamed or broken despite the abuse she endures. As an adult, Jane finds her soul match in the brooding Mr. Rochester, but their love is not enough to overcome the dreadful secret hidden within the very walls of his estate. I'm excited to read this in this format. Like I swear, like I saw this and I was like, oh, I got hyped for a minute. I figured if I like this one, then I will pick up the actual classic and read it. So let's see how that goes. Another book I picked up is How Moon Fuentes Fell in Love with the Universe by Raquel Vasquez Gilliland. I picked up this one when I saw it. Firstly, it was with like books to read in the winter, so I was like, yes, because that's what I'm looking for. But I also picked this one up because I've heard such great things about it. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Latinx author. I actually don't know what it's about because I meant to read the synopsis when I first seen it and then I didn't. So here we go. When her twin sister reached social media stardom, Moon Fuentes accepted her fate as the ugly, unwanted sister hidden in the background, destined to be nothing more than her sister's camera woman. But this summer, Moon also takes a job as the merch girl on a tour bus full of beautiful influencers, and her fate begins to shift in the best way possible. Most notable, of course, is her bunkmate and her new nemesis, Santiago Phillips. Moon is certain she hates Santiago and certain he hates her back, but as chance and destiny, and maybe probably close proximity, bring the two of them in each other's perpetual past, Moon starts to wonder if that's really true. She even starts to question her destiny as the unnoticed, unloved wallflower she always thought she was. Could this summer change Moon's life as she knows it? So this sounds so cute and I can't wait to read this. I think that I just made my January TBR at the library today. So as you saw while I was in the library, I seen this one, The Candle and the Flame by Nafiza Azad. And I was excited because this was actually a book that I've been wanting to read. What this one is about, because I forgot. It's been so long. A city scarred by violence. Fatima lives in the city of Noor, a thriving stop along the Silk Road. There the music of myriad languages fill the air and people of all faiths thread their lives together. However, the city bears scars of its recent past when the chaotic tribe of Shayantin, the Jinn, slaughtered its entire population except for Fatima and 2 other humans. And when one of the most potent of the Ifrit dies, trouble brews and Fatima is changed in ways she cannot fathom, ways that scare even those who love her. This weaves an immersive tale of extraordinary magic and the importance of names,
which I am butchering, by the way.
Fiercely independent women, enticing food, and perhaps most importantly, the work for harmony within a city of 1,000 religions, cultures, languages, and cadences. Can't wait to start this one too. Next book I had to pick up because I've seen this one and I've been dying to read it, and I'm glad I saw it and got my hands on it. This one is Daughter of Sparta by Claire M. Andrews. Why do I keep looking at the back for the synopsis when I know for hardcovers in the inside? Okay, so Sparta forged her into a deadly weapon. Now the gods need her to save the world. 17-year-old Daphne has spent her entire life honing her body and mind into that of a warrior, hoping to be accepted by the unyielding people of ancient Sparta. So, first of all, let's stop right there because I was not expecting her name to be Daphne. Because when I think of the name Daphne, the first person I think of is Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
This is all starting to make sense now.
So I hope while I'm reading this, Daphne from Scooby-Doo doesn't always come to mind, which I'm sure it will. I digress. Let's keep with the synopsis. 9 mysterious items have been stolen from Mount Olympus, and if Daphne cannot find them, the gods' waning powers will fade away. The mortal world will descend into chaos, and her brother's life will be forfeit. So this is a Greek myth of Daphne and Apollo, and the author turns the traditionally male-dominated mythology, as we know, into a heart-pounding and empowering female-led adventure. And yes, I'm here for it. I'm loving the sound of this. This is the first time I read the synopsis because I always go by the cover and the title. I am excited to get to this because next month for my Patreon, I have a reading challenge. So basically for my Patreon, I'm going to do a reading challenge every month. I'm thinking I might do a yearly one, but I'm going to talk more about it when I create that video for you guys. So yeah, it's going to be kind of like a bookshelf tour, but a little twist to it. So you're going to want to watch that video. I brought it up in my last video, so make sure you stay tuned. I'll take this moment to also tell you that if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Let's go hit that button and subscribe because you're not going to want to miss out on these videos. And also, you may want to consider joining my Patreon, which launches on February 2nd. I am excited for it because I have a lot of things planned for it. I will be sharing more information on that as you know, time gets closer. So you may want to also follow me on Instagram. So everything will be linked down below. So another book that I saw on the winter read section of the library, which I never heard of it, but I'm trying to branch out and read different genres and, you know, discover new authors as well. So this one is called The House of the Spirits, and it's by Isabel. Listen, right there, I just had a cross between trying to say it in Spanish and in English. So I think I'm going to say it in the Spanish way because that was the way I first started it, and then I ended it like sounding English. There was a moment in my brain that it was just like Spanglish moment. There we go. So Isabel Allende, The House of Spirits brings to life the triumphs and tragedies of 3 generations of the Truba family. The patriarch Esteban is a volatile, proud man whose voracious pursuit of political power is tempered only by his love for his delicate wife Clara, a woman with a mystical connection to the spirit world. When their daughter Blanca embarks on a forbidden love affair in defiance of her implacable father, the result is an unexpected gift to Esteban, his adored granddaughter Alba. This beautiful and strong-willed child will lead her family and her country into a revolutionary future. That's why I picked this up, because it sounded so intriguing. And I don't know, I was just kind of like drawn to it. But I don't know, the title I think is what got me. So let's see how it goes. And I am excited to add this either to my January TBR or my February. Let's see. Last but not least, this is another book I'm excited about. One of my friends from my Discord group said that I should start with this one. I never seen the TV show, but I'm excited about starting it because this year I didn't state it. Actually, I didn't state it in my bookish goals, but you know what? We're stating it now. This year, I really want to read adult fantasy books. So I'm excited to start off with A Game of Thrones. And I was very happy that they had this paperback. And ooh, it is so floppy, which we love. And you can see that it's been through a journey of its own. Because it is used and not really like abused like in a bad way, but you can see that A Game of Thrones has been around. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, but whatever, we're leaving that there. In case if you're like me and don't really know what A Game of Thrones is about, but you know that it's super hyped and is loved by a lot of people. But here we go. So long ago in a time forgotten, a preternatural event threw the seasons out of balance. In a land where summers can last decades and winters a lifetime, trouble is brewing. The cold is returning, and in the frozen wastes to the north of Winterfell, sinister and supernatural forces are massing beyond the kingdom's protective wall. At the center of the conflict lies the Stark of Winterfell, a family as harsh and unyielding as the land they were born to. Sweeping from a land of brutal cold to a distant summertime kingdom of Epicurean plenty, here is a tale of lords and ladies, soldiers and sorcerers, assassins and bastards who come together in a time of grim omens. A cruel young dragon prince barters his sister to win back his throne, and a determined woman undertakes the most treacherous of journeys. Amid plots and counterplots, tragedy and betrayal, victory and terror, the fate of the Starks, their allies and their enemies, hangs perilously in the balance as each endeavors to win that deadliest of conflicts, the Game of Thrones. So this sounds amazing, actually. And again, this is the first time I'm actually reading the synopsis to this. I just know that people rant and rave about it, and yeah, I'm super excited to start this. I think I'm gonna start it this week, actually, now that I finally have it. And I want to start this like right away, but I also want to finish Kingdom of Ash. So I don't know, I might start a little bit of this, but I do know that Kingdom of Ash is getting into the juicy parts. So I need to like hurry up and read that one and finish it. Okay guys, those are all the books that I checked out from the library. As you can see, the sun is like, see ya girl, you need to hurry up because I cannot wait. Your time is up. Let me know in the comments down below if you read any of these. Are you looking to read any of these? What were your thoughts on them if you read them? And let me know if you would like to come with me on to another library adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. And until next time, peace. Bye.